bored. I mean, what do I do with my time? Oh, I know. Start a podcast.
The wolves are the right answer.
All right, guys, debate is over. We are moving on right now.
I do believe they've confounded me.
And I kind of just missed this.
Hi, everyone. Welcome back to the Trifold Tea. This is Jin, and I'm joined by my two sisters, Zell and Azzy.
Yo, yo, yo.
So we're the Trifold Tea, and we're really doing this to try to reconnect and have some more sister time.
Hey, what's the best way to reconnect? Let's start a podcast.
Pretty much. I mean, it is what it is. But last time we brought you some childhood stories, and we thought this time we could kick it off with some of our favorite and memorable quotes.
Yep. So the idea is we collected a series of quotes from all of the people in our life that we love. And the other two are going to have to try and guess who made the quote. It's going to be piss easy for some of them. It's going to be a little bit harder for the other ones. But really, it's just good vibes. It's entertainment value. Who's kicking us off? Who's got
some
the
of
quote?
them are just, memorable. I think one of mine, okay, well, obviously I was just about to say like one of the favorite things that so-and-so has said, which would clearly ruin the
game.
But one of the most, memorable quotes for me is, "That'll be $5,000. Any takers? Any takers?
Okay. This is immediately just as
Yeah, it's me. I like to put out, nice little bills for every little thing.
Pretty much. So it's like, you'll ask her to like pass you the trash can or something. She'll pass it to you and then she'll be like, well, that's going to be $5,000. So.
5,000 is actually one of my favorite numbers to use.
It's always, it doesn't matter what the task is. She could have like stayed up and helped you with a project for 3 weeks. It'll still be $5,000.
It's pretty even. All right, I've got a good one. I made a new friend today. Her name is KFC.
We know this one. It is Sel for sure.
It is Sel. I was 5 years old. I had not heard what this girl who was named Kelsey had said. She introduced herself as Kelsey. And I was like, as a kid, when you read something and then you hear something completely different, but you go, oh, that must be what that must have been. I came home and I was like, my best friend KFC.
And we believed her because, we didn't know this kid's name was Kelsey. So we'd be like, oh, how's KFC?
Yeah.
That's all we knew, right? So we were like, all right.
Yeah, I think it took some time for her to actually figure out that it was Kelsey and not KFC.
Yep, I will now be going next.
All right, let's hear it.
Here is a quote. Okay. And just to give a tiny bit of context, we are watching the live action Beauty and the Beast adaptation. Okay. And here is a genuine quote that I heard. Oh my God, Emma Watson is such a good singer.
Who said that? That's not me.
It's neither of us.
It is neither of you. It is my friend Jess, who is tone deaf. And that is how we figured out that she was tone deaf, because she heard Emma Watson go, yeah. And she went, Emma Watson's a good singer.
That's hilarious. Well, this is a deep dive, and it's
deep cut.
Yeah,
okay.
yeah. This is more about the story rather than the actual quote and the exact words. But I'm sure you guys remember the Sticks powder, that came in like a really thin tube. You'd basically
the Pixie Sticks?
Pixie Sticks, right. You'd
Those
basically
so
just, you put them into your mouth. It's just like powder, right? Someone that I know would love to put it into their hand and pretend to be a person feeding a horse and also pretend to be the horse at the same time. And they recounted this story to us, and that is the famous quote. I loved using this powder and pretending to be the horse eating it, while also being the person feeding the horse.
Simultaneously being the person feeding the horse.
Exactly. So maybe Sal, you could reenact that quote for us.
I have a dark past as a horse girl, and actually it was not Pixie Stick powder, because Pixie Sticks were a valuable currency.
Was it Fun Dip powder?
It was not Fun Dip powder either. It was actually ding, 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 Kool-Aid powder, the blue Kool-Aid powder that Dad used to buy. I used to pop a bunch into my left hand and just sit there looking at it. And I would cosplay as the horse and also the girl feeding the horse. Yes, it was very embarrassing. Swiftly moving on. Here is another quote. And you guys would like this one. Context. We're talking about states in the United States of America? This is a geographical question, to be sure. Wait, VA doesn't stand for Virginia? Well, then what's Vancouver?
No takers on this one. So what does VA stand for?
VA. Oh, I'm sorry. I messed up the quote. VA does stand for
Okay,
Virginia.
'cause I was like,
in the
wait.
United
I
States.
thought I learned my lesson here.
Yeah. I messed up the quote. She said, wait, VA stands for Virginia? Well, then what's Vancouver?
So yeah,
This is,
clearly
of course-
that's me, Jen.
That's, of course,
you know.
Jin, who is geographically challenged.
I'm extremely geographically challenged.
Learned
but I
how to
did think
read
VA
way
was
later.
Virginia. You know, delivery on that quote, subpar, man.
All right, I've got a good one. So just to give some backstory, so we drove to the city in the morning, by the way, and then we're trying to figure out where to park, and we see a sign, and then this person reads the sign. It says no parking here from 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. Well, it's after 9:30 now, so we're good to park here. No, we're not. We are. It's after 9:30. We need to park here. Any takers? You guys weren't there for this, but
I wasn't there for this.
neither of you were there for
It
this.
must be
Ding, ding,
Dad.
ding.
Who is
Wait.
it? Mom?
I was going to say
Let's hear the
as
votes.
his husband.
No way. I think it's Dad or Mom, but it's just got to be which one, right? I mean, if someone's driving, it's got to be Dad.
Neither of us were there. Where is Mom and Dad and Ezzy going together?
I don't know.
We just drove into the city one day. It is
City?
definitely mother or father. Who is it?
I mean, it must be
was
Mom
this,
because she
was
can't
this
read.
literally 2 days ago?
It was literally 2 days ago.
So it's Mom then.
It's absolutely mom.
It's Mom. Dad is never saying that.
She argued for 5 minutes. She kept telling, and we're like explaining to her, no, it's 9 a.m. to 4:30 p.m. She goes, it's after 9:30.
It's after 9. We must be good.
Yeah, that was one of her favorite things because she would try to trick us to like leave on time for places. And she would be like, oh, well, you know, it's 5 p.m. There's rush hour traffic. But then she would get oddly specific and it would be like, it's 6:34. There's 6:34 traffic.
6:34 traffic. It's
Yeah,
like,
please, we
it's
have
not
to
rush
go.
hour. It's deadly after rush hour.
Yeah, ridiculous. So that tracks as someone who barely drives. Her thinking that, you know, from 9:30 on is no parking. It means parking.
Yes.
That
Yeah,
we should have
Mom
known
is
better.
the ultimate passenger princess. Like, absolutely refuses to go anywhere unless Dad is behind the steering wheel, driving her to where she needs to be. All right, here it is. You know, the dentists these days are such scammers. For 33 years, without going to the dentist, I had absolutely nothing wrong with my teeth. I go see a dentist, and all of a sudden, I have 4 cavities.
Ding, ding, ding. Mother again.
Wrong.
It's Dad.
It is actually Dad.
But here's
Dad
the thing.
said
Mom
that quote.
also didn't go to the dentist.
No, she actually did go to the dentist.
She
in the
does
tr-
go
yeah.
to the dentist. She takes care of herself. She takes care of her teeth. Dad was like, yeah, I didn't go to a dentist for 30-something years and my teeth were fine. All of a sudden I go in and I have 5 cavities. Tell me these dentists aren't scamming me.
Wait, okay. I do think there's some scam work with dentists. But I would say another quote that I love from Dad is when he goes, well, obviously we know it's Dad. But it's where he goes like, well, you know, either it'll work out or it won't work out. And he'll use that in like the most serious conversations where he's just like, well, it'll either work or it won't.
It's like, well, okay, bud. What other
Thanks,
option
you
is there?
covered
right?
everything.
Oh, goodness.
Freaking ridiculous.
Anybody else got quotes?
Yeah, I've got one. What does BP stand for? Does anyone know? I think it stands for peanut butter.
Yes.
Well, see, here's the thing. That's also me, Jen. But what is the context for that? What were we talking about? Where we were talking about BP?
We were talking about British Petroleum. We were talking about the oil spill in the news, and you had heard the letters BP.
Specifically, there was a song, like a meme song that was popular at the time, and it was something like, it was something about SpongeBob, right? Like, who lives in a pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants. Who got drowned by the oil spill BP or something like that, right? Like, it was
something. I don't remember.
there was
the
like a
exact
riff
words.
on the fact that like BP had like spilled over, like there was this gigantic oil spill, and then Jen piped up and she was like, I'm confused. Doesn't BP stand for peanut butter?
Well, you know, PB and J's was like the big thing. I think it's natural to confuse a few of the letters, rearrange them.
BPPB. Mm-hmm.
BPPB,
Yeah, that
it's the
makes
same
sense.
letters.
That
You
makes
just flip them over.
Uh-huh.
Anywho's the next thing, I mean, if we don't have any more quotes, I'd like to, move on to this next.
All right, yeah, let's do it. Let's move over to our
little
next
segment, which is talk me into it. Okay, these are some of the things that I know collectively we may not all be on board for, but I wanted you guys to talk me into skydiving. What are your thoughts?
Wait, so the premise of the game is to say something that's like that you're kind of on the fence about, an idea that's kind of bad.
On the fence about it. And not only that, I know that the two of you, or maybe I know some of you feel very strongly about this risk-taking behavior, but I know some of you are also anti. But if you had to convince me to do it, what would you be saying? Or the opposite.
This is a little tough because I know the game is to talk you into it, but I really don't want to talk you into it.
Well, actually, Ezzy, you've gone skydiving.
I have, and that was when I was young and reckless. I'm much more mature and much more responsible
Haute
now.
couture, more mature.
Absolutely. But for the sake of the game, it's a once in a lifetime experience, but also for the sake of reality, it could really be a once in a lifetime experience. So there's that.
Well, here's the thing. I agree. Like when I was younger, I was all about it. I really wanted to go. I even went as far as to sign up for something and then eventually backed out because, the timing didn't work. Now I think about it and it genuinely like makes me nervous. And I just think it's not even like, oh, what happens? Like if something fails, whatever, like I'm going to be strapped in on top of a person. The person's going to do all the work, but still there's kind of this like fear in me. I don't know. Sel, what do you think about it?
I think a lot of it. So speaking to your fear, right? We were definitely raised with like the play stupid games, win stupid prizes mentality, right?
Yes.
Like if we ever mentioned something like this to mom, she'd be like, why though? Why?
Yeah,
Well, why would you take that risk? Why would you do that? Right. Exactly. So I think that's where you're coming from. If I was going to convince you though, I would say, I mean, you only live once. I mean, to Ezzy's point, you really do.
That,
You really do only live once. But I mean, it's fun. And then, you get to, for instance, when I was just talking to Ezzy right now, yeah, I've gone skydiving before. It was good.
And people
Right?
are always shocked by that because my personality is so different right now. And truthfully, even back then, I didn't want to do it. It was just kind of peer pressured into doing it. But yeah, it's a story to say, yeah, I've gone skydiving before. And people are like, you? Yeah, me from years ago.
And the thing is, like, it probably doesn't even last long enough that you're just like, you're freaking out about it. Like, of course, the build up to it is one thing, but then the actual in air amount of time, right? I guess it depends.
I will
where
say
you're
I was
coming off
screaming
of.
the whole time. Like it didn't really slow down or stop. It was really bad once you're in the plane, just like anticipating this thing.
Yeah.
Like you can, that little staticky feeling that you get in your legs when you watch a video of someone else doing something reckless. Yeah, you get to feel that in real life, and you're just. Yeah, you do a little prayer in your head, and you're like, okay, do I do this? But
yeah, I will say, like, if we're going pure statistics, like I think the stats are that you're way more likely to die in like a car crash or by getting struck by lightning twice than you are to die like in a plane or skydiving.
I mean,
It's just a way more gruesome way to go.
yeah, it's also that, there are stories of, the little instructors kind of fainting or parachutes not really working. And those do happen. And it would really suck if you're, one of the poor few that ends up in the situation. But
We're
Yeah,
talking her into it or out of it? Or?
I know, right? We're really sucking at this game right now.
Yeah.
I don't know, like if it's a reputable place, and you do your research and you can talk to these people and they look healthy enough and decent enough, then, and it's something that you want to do, you can. Maybe if there's like a midway, I don't know if bungee jumping is, but
I think that's
I feel
worse.
Like, yeah, bungee jumping
because then
is
you're
worse,
just like
yeah.
by yourself. There's no expert strapped onto you. Like,
yeah.
and that you physically, like, you're either pushed or you actually jump, right? Whereas
Yeah.
like with the skydiving, like at least I have a friend. If I'm going out,
It's not a friend, it's a stranger, but
Right. But yeah, you're going out with another human being
exactly,
yeah.
close
right?
to you.
yeah. And you typically
But
do it with a friend or someone else, and
That
they're
too,
also
yeah.
right. I don't think anyone's like, I'm gonna go skydiving
Although I
alone.
will say, I think I don't know that I would go skydiving or that I want to as much, but I would definitely want to go bungee jumping at least once.
Really?
See, bungee jumping is a big, even
I
back
think bungee
then,
jumping is
bungee
worse.
jumping was a no for me.
Really? I don't know.
Because that
So
is
many-
you're actually falling and there's a cord like recoiling you back, which is a terrible
like,
feeling.
I've seen so many people's like neck sort of get injured because they fall at the slightly wrong angle. Because there's nothing. There's no like, it's not like true free fall from like skydiving free fall, right? There's a much shorter distance. And when
And
that
there's
rope
nothing
just
slowing you down, right.
Right.
With the bungee jumping, it's like you're going down and then it's a recoil and then, you know. To be fair, I don't know a lot about it. I haven't really looked into it much, but it seems scary.
I've seen people like do it in videos. I know people personally who have done it and who have had a great time. So yeah.
Would you guys
As-
ever go paragliding? That's the real like question that I have because I've been
is that a
looking
little
at it.
rockety
It's like
thingy
the
where
little-
you jump off the
Exactly.
Absolutely not. I know. I remember the story of that professional lady who all she did was paragliding, and that's how she died too. I was like,
I mean, that's how most people die of any profession. right?
if it happens to a
favorite thing.
professional who did this time and time
That's
again,
like, you know, a skydiving professional dies from skydiving. You're just like, oh, well, they did what they were.
you don't have like parachutes for paragliding. Do
No,
you?
it's like it's,
Yeah,
I
you're-
don't actually know
I think
much
you're
about
using
it.
only like
but you're
air
using the
resistance.
wind.
yeah.
Yeah.
See, that's risky for me because who the hell controls the wind? Literally no one.
Yeah.
Absolutely no one.
I would love to try it though. Like, I think that's the one thing that I would genuinely try because I feel like you at least have some control over it. Like, yeah, if you're in the middle of a canyon, then maybe you don't really have a lot of control. But like, if you are able to, I think that would be a great thing to try.
Yeah, I'm just
Yeah,
not-
that's a hard pass.
yeah.
Because like the initial like planes, even like when they were first developed, it's just huge wings and you're kind of going right, and it's like it kind of
A
gives
lot
me
of
that.
people died actually.
I
with
can't
that
get it. All right. Okay, give me the next one. Then.
All right. I would like to go next if possible.
Go ahead.
All right, so here it is. Premise of the game, of course, bring an objectively bad idea and have the two of you try and talk me into it. So here it is. Talk me into doing a podcast with you two.
That's awful because this was entirely your
Yes,
idea.
this was my entire idea. Like I've told a couple of friends that I'm doing a podcast with my sisters. And whenever I tell them, I'm like, yeah, my sisters they pressured me into doing a podcast with them or whatever. Because the idea of being like, yeah, I want to do a podcast is like so utterly cringe inducing that I'm just like, yeah, my sisters they were really into it or whatever, I guess.
She had to literally beg us. Like she got everything. She begged us.
I wouldn't say I begged.
Yeah,
I was
you
like,
begged.
hey, you guys want to do this? I'll buy the equipment. And then you two were
Well,
like,
it
all
wasn't
right.
even I'll buy the equipment. The next day everything was there. And you were like, hey, look, I have all these things.
I bought it
would
after
be
the two
such
of
a
you texted
waste.
back, and you were like, "Yeah, let's do it."
Yeah,
anyway, clearly a joke.
Yeah,
Let me
yeah.
tell you the actual one that I'm doing. Okay, so here it is. Talk me into quitting my job so I can write my book full time.
Ooh.
That's not a good idea. I'm sorry. I cannot talk you
That's
into
the
that.
game. It's an
Well-
objectively bad idea.
Listen, writing a book for you has always been a dream of yours that you stole from me when I was a child.
Wanted
And I
to
said
be-
I wanted to write a book. Just kidding.
You want to be a cardiologist? She's lying.
She also
is
stole that dream
lying.
from me. But it's if you did this in real life, I would slap you upside the head. But this is for the sake of the game. You live and you just live for your dreams, and you wanted to be an author, and like this is your chance, and you've got some money saved, and you've got some security that you
Yeah.
can take some time off to do this, and luckily you're in a field that can wait for you if you came back to it. It's not like your profession is running out of jobs in the future. So yeah, I think that's a great idea.
I don't know. I mean, here's my thing, right? Like, just to put it out there, like if you are a writer and that is your thing and that has been your primary job and like your income, like that's one thing, right? This is different in that this isn't what you studied. This isn't what you
So are you talking
wanted
me
to
into
do.
it, or
let me get to
Let
the
it
point.
get there. Let it get there.
I was clearing the air in that there's nothing wrong with you taking on that as a profession, right?
Yeah.
But knowing you and knowing all of the challenges that you have with general time management, I just think that, that was my concern. But yeah, if that is your true passion and that is what you're going to make your job, that's different than you just quitting your job and still not doing that
And still not actually getting it done.
exactly. But if you're changing it as like a career switch, then sure, I think you would be really successful at that.
Yeah, not that I would actually do it because it is a terrible idea.
For
But yeah,
her
you-
specifically,
you'd have
not
to treat
in
it like
general.
you'd have to treat it like a 9 to 5.
Exactly.
Like you're clocking in, you're writing your chapters, you're making sure you're hitting some type of page limit. But I have given it some thought, like in the sense of like taking like a week off, right? Like not quitting the job, just take like a week of vacation, go hiking, whatever in the morning, do what I need to. In the afternoon when it's hot, sit down, write like a chapter.
Yeah, I think what you can definitely do if you're like really on the edge of quitting, take a leave of absence. Take a leave of absence for 2 months. And if in those 2 months you haven't even written 2 chapters, then you know that you cannot quit your job
Right.
and take on
And
writing.
luckily, I do not hate my job at all. So
No, exactly. So
This
it's
is not
completely
real
different
if Sal's job is
situation.
listening. She
Yes,
absolutely
if my
loves her
employers
job.
if my employers are on the line,
No, I mean, like, I actually looked into this too because I also had this little calling of I've wanted to write a book ever since I was a child. It's actually, much easier to get your first book like published and like actually read by people, and then no one ever reads your second book. And I think that's what a lot of like new authors are dealing
right?
with.
Your debut has to
Yes.
be that hard hitter that makes people want to come back. Because
Yeah.
if your debut is crap, they're like, I'm not reading more crap.
Yeah, but even then, like even with people who have like more amazing first books, they're finding it much harder to get people back for the because everyone's excited about a new author. It's like, oh, it's a brand new author. It's their very first book. Like let me give it a chance, and then that's how you lose them too. So it's actually a lot easier to do your first book, and then it becomes significantly more challenging to do the second one.
Well, it's also for your first book, there are no expectations of who you have to be
Right.
as an author. You
Right.
set the stage. The second book, you try something new, you try to be different, and they're just like, well, this isn't why I liked your first book. And that you
Yeah.
kind of have to create this image and also kind of stick to said image. So
Yeah.
it can definitely be a little bit daunting.
Yeah, I think that's actually one of the reasons maybe why fantasy books do so well, because they're always coming in trilogies, in books of 4, books of 5, 10, whatever. So
Yeah,
like,
you just leave them hanging and
right,
wanting more.
exactly,
Yeah.
right. So then they don't have as much of that problem of, are we going to get people back for book 2?
Yeah, that's a good
Something
point.
to think about.
Yeah. You guys had like very serious ones. I feel really stupid because mine is not serious at all. Serious to me though. I would like to buy a 3 to 6 month supply of my current snack obsession, which is this particular brand of pumpkin seeds, by the way. Even though I've never stuck with a food obsession beyond 2 weeks, I'm actually at week 1.5 right now, but it's the most amazing thing to me right now. And I feel like I should buy like a 3 to 6 month.
That's a terrible idea. I don't know why you guys.
That's the
I
game.
Okay. I get the talk me into it bit, but knowing you and the premise here is when you take a glass of water or a glass of any liquid substance to drink, you drink the 2/3 or 3/4 of it and the rest of it stays in the cup. I have never seen you finish a drink in your life.
This is actually very true.
So to then go from, hey, I really like these seeds, man, I'm going to get a 6-month supply of it is absolutely wild.
Great deal, you guys.
All right, Jen,
Why
pipe
are you
down.
even considering it?
The expert has entered the chat.
Let's
because
hear it.
actually, I have done this before. We went to Cancun at some point, right? And we went to a restaurant there that had this really amazing mushroom risotto. I don't know if you two remember it. An
Right.
It
amazing
was
mushroom
really good.
risotto. I came back. I have the cooking skills of a toddler. So I was clearly not going to make this mushroom risotto myself. You can find it at any grocery store, but they have a mushroom risotto. I tried it out once. It was good, but not great. But I was like, this is great.
Let's hear that one more time.
It was good, but not great. But I was like, this is great. What arrived later at my house, of course, was 6 boxes with 4 bags each of mushroom risotto. And let me tell you, it did not work out at all. I was
And it's
practically
still in the pantry.
I was practically handing them out to friends, relatives, family.
I got 3 bags.
However, it was a good idea.
Why was it a good idea?
It wasn't, but I have to play the game.
Okay, but see, that's a terrible
really think
idea.
that's playing the
At
game.
least at that point, like, say the truth, man. Like, I don't know. I feel like, okay, here's the thing. The seeds will not go bad as quickly. And maybe
Right, they're good for a
you
couple
can hold
years.
them
Yeah,
on.
they'll keep.
And you can put them into recipes and give it to other people.
They'll
But like, is this like a product that's going to be out of stock soon? Like, is there a reason you want to stock up on it?
Listen. With inflation
cheaper?
in this economy, prices keep rising
pumpkin seeds?
for everything. Truthfully, for everything.
You're doing a buy low, sell high angle.
No, she's not selling
will
Buy
shit.
never
low,
sell
eat
this.
high angle.
No. None of us are. We buy things and then we sell things. People.
Yeah,
Okay, we just don't have it in us.
Buy low, sell high is just an expression.
Right. But you know how some
She's
people
taking it
have that
literally.
as like a that is their thing. Like they work and then they buy things in bulk and then they sell it
Yeah,
when the
Yeah,
prices
that's
go up.
crazy.
And
That's
that's like
unhinged.
it's a thing people like to do. All respect, but we are not that people.
yeah, no, we're not. No, this is more like there's a great deal on this like 3 to 6 month supply of pumpkin seeds.
Yeah,
and
so
I'm just
if
like,
it's cheaper,
Yeah, is
I
it
really
like
want
because you need to buy it in bulk, or is it like you plan on buying the same quantity but just enough to last you for 6 months?
it is like a bulk deal. I mean, it's
Oh,
not
okay,
like
yeah. If it's bulk, then get it.
it's not like the most amazing deal. However, I feel like I'm eating pumpkin seeds every day.
No,
well,
there's
you have done it to some extent.
I have not. Solo travel in the sense that another place that clearly we
You have visited.
right. But here's the thing, right? Like whenever I visit a place, I'm visiting a person, right? Or I'm visiting with a person.
Okay,
I have
gotcha.
never gone somewhere by myself to stay by myself and see something by myself.
Right.
And it's such a thing that people love to do, like backpackers and in general, like people like to go and see places by themselves, or it's something to step out of their comfort zone. There's obviously a lot of reasons why I haven't done it yet, but especially since, being with a partner for so long, I go everywhere with someone, right? And I would really like to kind of push that boundary a little bit and do it by myself, not have someone to rely on.
So you want us to talk you into it?
Yeah,
Yep.
I mean, listen,
Yeah.
like you're one of the bravest people I know, and you're constantly taking risks and going out of your comfort zone. So honestly, this is on par with you.
What about all the
truthfully.
danger?
Yeah, I mean, absolutely. Like again, this isn't something I would do because this is very not me at all. I hate this, but when you do something, like you look into it very well, you research things very well, and I know you wouldn't do anything stupid like picking a terribly dangerous place to go
Right.
alone. So, and I mean, there's also baby steps you can take, right? You don't have to travel internationally solo.
Right. Remove the
for
stigma
very
by going
first
to your
time.
local city and staying in a hotel for the night.
Just alone, and then baby step it up until you are more comfortable mentally and emotionally, and then that'll just help you.
True.
For me, I think there is an issue of bravery for sure, but it's also just like an issue of like loneliness of like, if I'm in a museum in a foreign country, let's say, it's like, I would like to have someone I can turn to and be like, hey, look at this. But instead I just look at it and go, I've looked at that. Let's move on.
You're right. I've never actually thought of that, because I feel like we talk so much, right? Mm-hmm. And so to go somewhere and not have, I guess you can
Not be
speak to
yapping
locals there.
24/7.
Right?
Yeah.
But to not have to be like, hey, did you see that? Did you see that guy? Did you see that girl? Like whatever, right? Like yeah, that's crazy. Or even having dinners. Like I have like gone out to have dinner by myself and have breakfast by myself. They're so uncomfortable for me, but it's one of those things where like if you're traveling solo, that's what you're doing, right?
You have to have that like that wanderlust of, oh, I really like this food place and I'm going to get it solo. Have a little space just for me so I can eat alone in the corner.
Yeah, I mean, this
Yeah.
isn't. I have never even eaten out alone by myself because that sounds so horrible
it
to
sounds
me.
so awful.
So bad. But like, I mean, you're already stepping outside your comfort zone.
Yeah.
So like, yeah, I don't think this is like too out there for you. And again, I'm not saying you need to travel to the complete opposite country across the globe.
But
It's
also,
just-
also you might just end up really loving it, in the sense that we've traveled with Jin before. Jin can sometimes, she's very particular about the way she wants things to be done. So occasionally, on like days 1 to 3 of the trip, always great. We're always like, da 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 da.
Yeah.
Day 4, there's always just like a.
Well, day 4, the thing is, like, days 1 to 3, I'm willing to listen. I'm willing to hear you out. Okay. Day 4, it's just like, all right, let's get this trip on
Let's
the
get
road.
this
Okay.
moving, let's do X, Y,
let's
Z.
go. Let's do it.
Because you have like a plan, you have like a set itinerary, and you need other people to be able to follow that to the T.
Yeah.
So not having the other people slowing you down, I think might just be like exactly what you're looking for in a trip.
But sometimes I need those people to talk reason into me, right? To be like, hey,
to
look,
not
man,
be too ambitious.
you want to drive 12 hours in a day. What are you possibly going to be seeing?
Yeah,
right?
if you're
Like,
doing driving, there's no one to switch off with. So you'd have
That's
to
also
get a
true.
bus or
public transportation.
Right.
yeah.
perhaps.
I mean, there's planes, trains, there's a lot of things out there. Right?
And actually public transportation these days for some areas are really, really nice. Like those sleeper trains in like Europe, they're really, really nice, like really good amenities and stuff. So
yeah. And also, like, solo travel doesn't mean you have to truthfully be alone. There's a lot of groups that sort of do like solo travel, but with strangers. So you're technically alone in that you don't have, your comfort bubble of friends and family, but you still have like a group to go with.
that's true. That is
So like
true.
that might be a good sort of
Yeah.
like midway step too, where you
Actually-
still get to hang out with people, but you don't have your comfort bubble around you.
one of my friends did exactly that in Japan. She only just got back last week, and she said it was like the most fun she's ever had on a trip.
Yeah, it's a great way to like make new friends, and you try to get this relationship going in your completely different place.
Yeah, and like her friends and her parents, we're not worried that she's gonna
completely
be dead.
alone. Right.
Right.
Right. Yeah. Because there's at least someone who knows
Yes.
of you and
exactly.
your
Yeah.
existence.
So that might be a good thing to do too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. I'm convinced. All right, Ezzy, what do you think?
Okay, again, you guys have such like serious ones, and here's me. Okay. I currently, just to set the background, I have very long hair. My hair is below my waist. I want to cut it short. I know I'm going to regret this instantly, but I need you to convince me to do it.
You absolutely should cut it short. And I have short hair. This is extra lore that you have just now learned. You have learned 2 things. We do not live in California, and I have short hair, and actually 3 things. And as he has long hair.
Long hair, yeah.
The feeling, so right now it's actually starting to get long again. Like my hair just grows ridiculously fast for no reason. Ooh, another piece of lore. Anyway, the feeling that you get when you have just cut your hair and you are in the shower and you do this to put shampoo in your hair. Obviously, audio listeners, you cannot see what I'm doing. I'm running my hands through my hair as if I'm putting shampoo on it. And when it just ends where you don't expect to end, it is the most luxurious feeling. And it's so lightweight. And I mean, our hair types are a little different, so your mileage may vary, but it is just so freeing, so liberating. My hair dries way quicker than it ever did when I had long hair. It is so much easier to style. I would absolutely recommend
It's
it.
healthier, right? I feel like when you feel the ends of your hair, like even if it's really healthy, if there's still split ends, whatever, right? You feel that and it feels different, right? But when you have that fresh cut, like your hair just
Oh,
feels
I know,
so soft
nothing
and
beats
so
that fresh
fluffy,
cut.
like, oh. And also you do this every year, right? Like you get your hair cut real short and then it grows back.
Well,
So-
by real short, it's usually like
Right, right.
5,
It's still
6
long,
inches,
right, but,
right?
like,
Not, yeah.
I think, but this has been like a longer duration for you.
This is the longest I think I've gone in recent years,
Right.
without getting a haircut, and it just takes me so long. And then like, I know it. As soon as I cut it, I'm gonna see someone with long hair and be like, "Oh my god, why the hell did I cut this all off? That's
Yeah.
years of work right there." But
Usually when anyone says they want to cut their hair, I'm the first to say, don't do it because you're immediately going to regret it. But since we're talking you into this, I think you should do it. And it doesn't have to be short. short, right? Just shorter. It'll be healthier. It'll be more lightweight, which is a huge thing. Like if you get headaches and things like that, easier to style. It'll look better because you can maintain it more, right? When it's longer, you're like, I'm just going to stick it in a bun. Who cares? Whereas when it's shorter, you can actually put in the time to braid it and put in all of your products and take care of it, in my opinion.
Yeah, according to a Brain Pop video from when I was in 8th grade, it's not actually anything internally. It can be, but almost always it's not anything internally that's causing a headache. It's the fine movements of your hair around your head that's causing you the headaches.
Right. So Brain Pop was wrong.
A little difference.
Brain Pop was wrong.
Let's move right off.
You heard it here first.
Yeah, you know what? I think I'm convinced. Yeah, I think I might just do it.
Or even just do like a 1 inch like health cut as opposed to like a full on, because even that 1 inch would be pretty noticeable when you have such long hair.
Yeah.
Would it?
Actually, I think it's the opposite. 1 inch would be more noticeable if you have shorter hair.
than
longer
hair.
But I mean, I think you would still notice it if it was an inch shorter.
I would definitely notice.
But also, if you want your long hair, moment, you can cut it real short and just put in hair extensions like everybody else. But
I don't want to be that basic.
well,
Yeah, you know what? I think I might do it. I think I'm just gonna cut it a couple of inches.
Yeah.
It won't be short, but shorter.
shorter, and it will make a world of a difference.
It will be nice to have that fresh cut.
Fresh
And
cut
so
takes
bouncy,
you way
yeah.
less time to just tie it back or braid it or whatever. Great.
Yeah.
Yeah, definitely true. All right. I kind of want to, laugh a little bit today. So
Okay.
do you have any jokes to share perhaps?
I do. So it's not a joke. It's just this really funny subreddit that, it's a super popular subreddit. So it is very likely that the two of you have already heard of it. And I'm just going to show you crap that you've already seen. Why don't tattoo places just euthanize their clients? Clearly they meant provide anesthesia. Why don't tattoo places just euthanize their clients? I drive around a lot for work, and I recently saw some signs for a dentist that says they offer euthanasia for their clients who might be scared of going to the dentist. I was driving, so I couldn't take a picture, but I thought it was really cool since I never really like going to the dentist. It got me thinking, why don't tattoo places just do the same? I have a low pain tolerance, so I think that if a place offered euthanasia, I'd be more likely to visit.
Oh, gosh.
Oh my God. Being a dick. 3 separate words.
They
A
meant
picture of
Egg
2 butterflies.
Benedict, by the way.
What?
Egg Benedict, right?
Yeah.
Well, yeah. Oh, yeah. Sorry. The real thing is Eggs Benedict.
and the picture
Picture that isn't even Eggs Benedict, by the way.
Right. It's literally just...
There's no
it's a
poached
piece of
egg or
toast with an
anything.
egg on top.
Yeah, this is crazy.
This is a story I found on Reddit, slightly edited for clarity. But one time when I was in math class, the teacher asked a question that I actually knew the answer to. So when he asked who knew the answer, I enthusiastically shot my hand up, but he didn't call on me. The girl he did call on got it wrong. So when he asked the rest of the class, okay, now who can give the correct answer? I threw my hand up with even more fervor than the first attempt and shouted, I know, as well. This time he did call on me, and as I triumphantly announced the proof of my mathematical prowess, I sneezed, the force of which caused me to blast the loudest fart I had ever produced in my theretofore young life. As I turned 12 shades of crimson in the mortified embarrassment that only a 13-year-old kid who just farted in front of a room full of other merciless 13-year-old kids could feel, my teacher, stifling himself from bursting out laughing, confirmed to me and the rest of the class that's not the right answer either.
I knew immediately that that's how it was going to end.
Oh no. Oh no.
Poor kid.
Poor kid. Oh my God.
You're sneezing, you're farting, and your answer's wrong.
And your answer's
Oh
wrong.
no.
I mean, what's a teacher supposed to do in that situation?
Yeah, you can't even pretend it's the right answer because
how
you're
do
the
you
teacher.
possibly?
You
Yeah,
can't
I don't know
excuse
how you
them
come
either,
back
so
from
it's
that.
easier to just be like, oh, well, that's wrong. Moving right along. So this one I think is just more like giggle. But today I overheard my son talk back to my wife. She told him to do something and he told her no. So I had to pull him aside to talk to him and said, son, can you teach me how you did that? Which I had a giggle from it because I was like, that's kind of funny.
a little nose through the or air through the nose.
Yeah, I
Chuckle.
like that though.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
A little chortle.
Okay. All right. So I'll go. I had a really hectic 2 weeks with school, work, relationship stuff, etc. Mostly just living on caffeine. Anyway, I was rushing out of the store with grocery bags and too many thoughts on my mind. I kind of threw everything into the trunk and slammed it shut, and then realized that I threw the keys into the trunk as well. I truly did not have any time to spare at this point in my life, so I panicked a bit, and then I called roadside assistance. They showed up after 45 whole minutes with tools and stuff, and I walked them towards the car to show them what happened. The car wasn't even locked. So they stood there while I sheepishly opened my door, lifted the trunk, and got my keys. I'm sure my face was beat red at that point. I apologized profusely, but I could hear the snickering as they walked away. Hugely upsetting then, but hilarious now. Yeah.
I hate when that happens to you because it'll happen to me all the time at work where I'm just like, hey, can you like show me how to do this? Because I'm trying it and it's not working. It's not working. And then they'll watch, right? You know, they'll stand right behind you over your shoulders and then you click it. And of course it magically works. So you're just kind of
the rubber
dumbass
duck method. Yep.
Yeah.
Who's like, oh, well, okay. All right, then. I swear it wasn't working earlier.
Okay, here's a popular joke. I've already had my go, but
No,
I'm
go
gonna
ahead.
do it again. Okay,
Right,
so
right.
here it is. Obviously this is not mine. I've stolen it from a lot of people because this is very popular. Okay, so here it goes. Okay. I was on a cruise ship once. Okay. The workers are all foreign. None of them speak a lick of English. Okay. But I get into the absolute worst situation possible. I go to the toilet. It is a number 2. Okay. It's a pretty big one. I've been eating all day. It's a cruise. It's bottomless everything. I've been eating all day. There's a lot of material in the toilet. Let's put it that way. Yes, very gross. I go to flush it. It does not flush. Ooh. This is a communal bathroom. This is insane. It is horrible. I try to flush it again. It does not flush. So what do? I go outside. I grab one of these workers. Does not speak a lick of English. I need to tell someone that there's a lot of matter in the toilet that needs to be cleaned for the other patrons. So obviously I don't know how to communicate this. I don't know how to say, hey, the toilet's blocked. So I just tap on the shoulder of this person. They look at me. I don't know what to tell them. So I just go, come with me. I make that motion. Come with me. So they follow me. I take them into the toilet. And I need to now demonstrate the problem by showing them that it won't flush. So I pull on the lever and it immediately goes down. So from their perspective, I've invited them. I've showed them my shit. And I flushed it down. I heard this British comedian called Jack Whitehall say that joke for the first time, but actually he's stolen it from God knows how many people. But it is so hilarious.
And that's so funny. Oh my gosh. It reminds me of like a kid that's being like potty trained and being like, mommy, look.
Imagine
Oh
what
my
they said when
gosh.
they went home. This is real.
Right.
Yeah, they showed me.
These Americans are crazy.
Literally.
Guys, well, that I think is how we're going to end off this lovely little episode of the Trifle Tea podcast. Thank you so much for joining us, and hope you'll join us for our future podcast episodes as well. All right. Bye, guys.